Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we worked on the driving range and also got the long drive contest trident created, which is a Riptide 3 trident. And we also made some small modifications to the golf course and added like a golf cart, range cart to the driving range and such. We also selected Impulse as our Secret Santa, or I am the Secret Santa of Impulse, rather, is what I should say. So that means we got to build something nice for Impulse. We got to give him some type of gift, and yeah, I've been sort of brainstorming what types of things we could give him. I'd like to be something that he can interact with, so it's not just like a, like a box or something that he can take gifts out of. I'd like it to be something that's like actually sort of like relevant to the season, and yeah, that he can actually like interact with and enjoy over the course of time. So I've been trying to think of some ideas. Okay guys, so I've come up with what I think is an awesome idea for Impulse. Basically, I want to send Impulse on a quest to save Christmas and to find the Yuletide Log. And so basically what that means is we're going to have, let's see if I have some logs here. I'm sure I do somewhere in here. Yeah. So basically we're going to have a log somewhere in the world that Impulse has to go and retrieve. This is going to be the Yuletide Log, which is traditionally used like to denote like the beginning of Christmas in a lot of Nordic countries. So usually like you burn the Yuletide Log, but we'll just have Impulse retrieve it. He retrieves the log, and then he has to go back to his base or somewhere on the server where he'll find the spirit of Christmas, which is going to be embodied in a Christmas tree. So then he'll need to place that log in a certain location because there's going to be a sticky piston like this, and then a button probably just right behind the sticky piston. And so once he places the Yuletide Log in the correct position, there will be a tree, which I'm just going to represent with these logs here, but it's actually going to be probably like leaves, just to have the redstone work out the way I want it to. He presses the log into the tree, completing the tree, and once that happens, then some stuff goes off, like some fireworks go off, and he also gets a gift from the tree itself for completing his mission. And then once he presses it again, some other stuff happens, and he gets another gift. He presses it again, it happens again, and yeah, he can just keep pressing it and keep getting some various gifts for a certain amount of time. I think that would be pretty cool. So we're going to have like a tree that embodies the spirit of Christmas. I think would be really, really cool. So yeah, we'll need to put that in his base somewhere. And yeah, also make it work and make it function. So we'll need a little bit of redstone. Nothing too complex, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So let me go ahead and I'll grab this, and let's go ahead and make the first leg of this quest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we are here once again at the Axeman's Perfect Pink House. This is a house I made for False during False's quest, and I think it would be a good idea to sort of reuse this in Impulse's quest, because False was able to make it in successfully, nab the diamond block that was in the center, and make it out. And I want to see if Impulse can do the same with this Yuletide Log. So this is going to be the Yuletide Log. The lore is that this guy, brought along one dark oak log from the forest, because we're actually no longer in the forest here. We're actually in the Extreme Hills biome in this location. So he brought the Yuletide Log in here. He's going to burn it for the holiday season, and yeah, he doesn't want anybody to steal it from him or to take it from him. But that is going to be Impulse's first quest right here. And I think we also probably want to Christmasify this build a little bit. We'll keep the house itself pink and everything inside pink, but the outside we'll put down, maybe some Christmas trees. We'll put down maybe some lights around here, things like that, to make it a little bit more Christmassy. Maybe even some snow around here, potentially. So, first thing we have to do is we actually have to get the dark oak log into the center, which is going to be kind of tough to do, I think. So, let's see if we can do this. Can we break this out? And we'll also want to break this out, too. Let me just get this on the offhand real quick, just in case he charges us. Okay, I'm going in. It's in. It's done. Okay, Yuletide Log is in there. Fantastic. Okay. So, Impulse needs to come and retrieve that log, and let's, in the meantime, Christmasify this area just a little bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there we have it. We went ahead and Christmasified the X-Men's perfect pink house. And yeah, we added a bunch of stuff around here. We added some snow layers, we added some candy canes, we added a wreath all the way around the upper side of the house, we added a Christmas tree on the very top up there. We added a couple of banners with the wreath on it. We added some rose bushes around here, as well as some ferns, and yeah, you can see some snow around here, and yeah, some more banners around the back and such. So yeah, this guy is ready for Christmas. There's also a giant present on this side of the build here, and yeah, that's from the Grinch to the Murderous Axeman. Merry Christmas, because this is the Grinch's only friend right here, apparently. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, the first quest will be Impulse coming out here and trying to get that dark oak log, and hopefully he can identify this area here as well. And we also made like a little map here to help guide Impulse to this place, so yeah, that should help out a little bit. Anyways, the next portion is going to actually be built in Impulse's base area, so we're gonna head over there right now. So guys, we're now chilling out at Impulse's base, and at this point Impulse should have got the Yuletide log and be ready to activate the tree. Now, I've been looking around his base a little bit, and there's not really a great spot just to like plop down a tree that needs to be like, you know, about 8 or 10 blocks tall. Like, these hallways could work, but it'd be a little cramped and you have to tear it down, which we don't really want. So I'm thinking, let me just check down here. Like, these roofs are, these are tall enough, but they're not wide enough, I don't think. And also he'd have to tear it down eventually. So maybe, let's check back here real quick. This is his kelp farm area. This area could maybe work. But, so this is the spot directly outside of Impulse's base if you go up the water stream right here. So I think this is actually a perfect spot for this tree. Like, there's a lot of open area here. And yeah, it sort of overlooks his bay area right down here. So yeah, I think we'll build it like right here actually. So let me go ahead and clear the area here a little bit and we'll build this thing. Alright guys, so this is going to be a super simple build. So here's how it's going to work. So we got some leaves down right here. And leaves, if you don't know, if we hit F3, have this property called distance. So you see that distance on the right-hand side. It says distance 7 for this block. If I were to put a log right next to this leaf that I'm standing on, then the distance changes to 1. And observers can actually detect this, and so that's what we're going to use to activate this system. That's why the Yuletide log is going to actually work for this system. All we have to do now is simply come up here. We need to place down some logs like this, and we'll have, let's see, some logs here, and there, and there. Now we just need some redstone dust, like this. There we go. And all we need now are some dispensers facing downward. There we go. And we're going to fill these things with some fireworks. And so then we're going to have Impulse place the Yuletide log right here. We'll probably have like a special block, like maybe glowstone or something like a sea lantern perhaps, right there. We will have a piston, which I don't have for some reason. We'll have a piston right here, and when this dark oak log gets pushed from here to here, then these dispensers will fire. Like that. So yeah, this dispenser just shot out that crafting bench, and yeah, that will be basically some fireworks with probably red and green and white particles. So yeah, that should make like a shower of particles around this quote-unquote tree. And yeah, that should make like a Christmas tree, Christmas spirit type of feel to it. And then we'll also have underneath of here, right here at this point, we'll have a dropper facing upward so that when the block comes out, at that moment, this dispenser will fire, and that will be what shoots out the gifts we're giving him. So the membership, maybe some rockets, maybe some cake, stuff like that. So that's essentially how this whole thing is going to work. And now it's just a matter of covering this up. We obviously want to get rid of these leaves on this side here. We want to hide all these dispensers, and yeah, we want to just make the whole thing function and also look good. So let me go ahead and make the rest of this tree here, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we now have our tree complete. Here's what it's looking like. I think it looks somewhat decent for a totally artificial tree. So yeah, this is what it's looking like right here. And yeah, we made some bark out of just some regular trapdoors, and there's just leaves on the inside, but I think it works somewhat well for bark. And we also surrounded it with this this carpet of alternating red and white colors, because it is supposed to be the spirit of Christmas tree. It's like the embodiment of Christmas in a tree is basically what we got. So, yeah, basically the way it works, Impulse puts down the Yuletide log right there, hits the button, and there we go. So, apparently he lags out a little bit, but yeah, you see the tree emit some particles and, yeah, sort of like rain down some Christmas spirit upon Impulse in this area. And then also, a prize has appeared, so we have a name tag in here. We're also putting in a shulker box, the country club membership, a conduit, and a cake. So those are the 5 items we are giving Impulse right here. And so every time we hit the button, that is what happens. So there's a shulker box shot out there, and yeah, there's the spirit of Christmas coming down right there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool at least. So that is that, and yeah, it doesn't work with other blocks. So like, let's say I put in a stone block here, like this. So yeah, it doesn't actually emit the particles or anything. It does, I think, yeah, it still does work with the items, but yeah, you don't get the particle effects without the Yuletide log. So I think that's pretty cool, and of course that works just with the leaf stone, with detecting how far the leaf somewhere up there is, how far it is from the actual log once it's pushed forward. So yeah, that's that. Of course, up here we just filled these dispensers with some red, white, and green fireworks in here, with the large balls, of course, so we get the maximum amount of particles and such. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this Secret Santa. We do have to leave this book in the base, which sort of explains things to Impulse, so I'll just sort of read this right here. This just says, "The Quest to Save Christmas, Secret Santa 2018. Dearest Impulse, it's me, Santa Claus, or it's Santa Claus. I'm writing you to ask you for your help to save Christmas. You see, a crazy axe murderer has chopped down the spirit of Christmas tree located above your base. He's stolen this Yuletide log and is hiding it in his base. Rumor has it he lives in the pink house near those coordinates. The map in this chest may help you find it." So that's the map we'll give Impulse. This map right here, which shows where the axe murderer is living. That snow patch near the top right there. And then, yeah, once you've retrieved the log from the axe murderer, find the spirit of Christmas tree above your base and place the log onto the dark oak plank. Press the button and Christmas will be saved. There might also be some rewards in it for you too. Ho, ho, ho. Thank you for your help, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Santa. And of course, we can't sign it because it's supposed to be a secret Santa. Although he may be able to deduce it's us because of this Concorp Country Club membership, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we'll go ahead and put this book somewhere in Impulse's base, and that will be the Secret Santa that we give to him. Alright guys, so we've now delivered the Secret Santa to Impulse, and we're now over here in the Winter/Christmas district. And yeah, right here, there is actually something kind of cool going on. We have a mini golf course on the server. So not only do we have like Trident realistic golf, but we have mini golf with snowballs. And so you can see a couple of the various holes that people have made around here. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's slime blocks and stuff here. There are pistons and crazy redstone stuff going on over here. I think this is Mumbo's hole over here. Yeah, with this like rotating cycle of blocks right here, which is kind of interesting. And there's some pistons that push some stuff off right here. And basically the idea with this is that if you have a snowball, let me just get a snowball here from, let's say like down here. Yeah, get this snowball out right here. If you have a snowball, you start on, let's see, where do we start on now on this one actually? I think it's up here maybe? yeah, you start like up here on this orange area, so right up here, and then you can stand here and basically like throw the snowball. You see it goes up and then up again, and it's on top now. And I think it just fell down. Yeah, it fell down there. So now we hit the button, and that shoots out the snowball into this direction, I think. Yep. So now we're down here in 2 shots. Now we have to time it so it doesn't fall into this water stream. So we'll just throw it like that, and no, it didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make it. Okay, let's see if we can make it this time. Oh, that's gonna make it, right? Yeah, that made it. Nice. And then up, and then in the hole it goes. So now we're done. So that's how it works right there. So that is the gist of the mini golf here, and I've actually selected a hole that we are going to make right here. This is the 11th hole that we're going to make, and I think there's also, like, these holes will also be judged at some point, I believe. So that's why there's these bonus points here. We get 14 bonus points for this plot right here. And I really like this plot because I think this is a perfect plot for making players think. And by that I mean I want to have 2 different options, or maybe even 3, that the player can choose to try and get it into the hole in few strokes. So basically we want to split this up. So we want one section going down this way, 1 section going down this way, and then maybe like a 3rd option sort of in the middle to potentially make, but you have to be very precise to get the 3rd option, because the 3rd option I'm thinking would just take you like right up here and like straight into the hole. So yeah, we'll see about the 3rd option, but I'm thinking we probably want like some type of water stream feature here, and then maybe like another timed feature over here, like maybe pistons pushing up blocks that could block your shot or something on a timer, something like that. And then we're obviously going to need water columns here and water columns over here as well. So let me go ahead and start to lay out this hole, and we'll see where we get. Okay guys, so we got the first section of the hole complete, so it's looking like this. So yeah, it's kind of convoluted and a little bit wacky, so let's just go through it and I'll show you guys what the possibilities are with this hole. So basically there's 2 main routes. First route is through this water here, and if you go through this water you can end up right here sometimes, so you can end up actually up against this carpet here, or you can end up over here if you try and go just past this obstacle. So let me show you each scenario here. So if I go ahead and just toss this straight, so if I go like this or so, that didn't quite make it, so it went into the water and it got kicked out right there. So now I'm up here, and now I can make it easily down into there. And then I can just come down here, go into this section right there. The item goes up, and then it lands here. And then we can go just straight forward into the next section up top, which I haven't quite got to yet. But basically on the top here, there's going to be a couple different routes you can go. You can go either into this hole right here, which will then kick you out right here, or you can go just like straight over this and into the hole like that. So you can do either one essentially. So then, the other option down here is, if you don't want to go through the water like that, you can go basically like thread the needle right here between the obstacle right here and the ice. So, yeah, basically we can, if I just get over here and get positioned correctly, if I throw it like right at that right there, so let's just do like right there or so. Yeah, you see, we can actually go right past the obstacle here. If we're just a little left of that, though, it gets stuck on the obstacle. So from here, you have a relatively easy shot going straight forward, right up there, and then it just goes straight up like that. So yeah, either way, you have sort of 2 options on the tee, and then it becomes pretty much the same like wherever you are up here. So yeah, that is that first part of the hole. Now we have to make the second part of the hole. I'm thinking right now, probably like, I want to say like here, we'll have a pressure plate where if you land the ball on the pressure plate, it'll open up like a, maybe like a trap door or something right here. And then you can throw the ball into the trap door and it'll pop up right here. And then if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to try and aim for that pressure plate here, we'll probably have like a small clock controlling 2 or 3 water streams here going back and forth, like left and right, and then finally like a water column here, which will take the ball up to here, which is going to kick stuff out this way to the left, so it'll end up like right here. And then from there you can put it into the hole here, it'll come up here, and then we'll have probably like a couple pressure plates here, just so it's a little bit random, like which side it goes to, but I don't know, maybe it's just fine to have it just pop out right there. It might be fine just to have it pop out right there, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it should be good. It should have each one of these be a little bit like this one should be the harder one. This one over here will be easier, but it's a little bit longer. And then the shortcut one is a little bit dangerous, because if you miss it, then you're sort of at a disadvantage. But if you make it, then you might have an advantage of taking only like 1, 2, 3 or 4 shots to get in. So yeah, I think this will be a good sort of hole to have a lot of options on, and yeah, get players thinking. So let me continue this, and I'll be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we now have ourselves a fully complete 11th hole. So yeah, this is what it's looking like right here. Can't even see the hole from the start, so that's pretty cool. But you guys have already seen part of this route, but I'll show you guys again. We'll play through it a few times, see what we get. But yeah, this is the new route right here. There's a couple of interesting things about this route. First of all, we have some dynamic elements here. So the water streams, all 3 water streams here. There's one here, one there, and one there. They're all independently controlled by a clock underneath. And so I'll just show you that real quick. If we get on down here, should be able to see this down here. This is a crazy place down here. But yeah, here's our clock right in here. And then it goes to this randomizer. So yeah, every 1 out of 2 times this pulses, this will then change the state of the dispenser from empty bucket to full bucket. So yeah, that is that. Same with all these other ones. These are all exactly the same, and they just run out to whichever dispenser. So that's all it is to that, and then there's just this basic clock here. So that's how we run all the dispensers and things. Let's make sure we can get out of here. There we go. Right, so that's one obstacle there. Then I worked pretty hard to like be able to have multiple outputs up here for this primary line. So basically the primary line, you come down here, you have to navigate these water streams. You can sort of come through like just like this, or you can wait for this thing to turn on and then go like around like that and actually make it into that hopper down there, which is why we don't have like carpets down here, because actually the carpets I think are somewhat of a hindrance at times. But I try to use them as much as possible in this. So I put the yellow block here to demonstrate functionality. So if I put this right in there, you'll see if we make it up here, the snowball comes up. And then here I worked pretty hard to like be able to have like a lot of variety with where this thing goes. So sometimes it can end up like right over here. Sometimes it can end up right here. Sometimes it can end up right here. Sometimes it can go into this water stream and then into this functionality right here. And that then takes it over to this point, at which point you'll see it has a lot of random functionality here. So it can either be caught on this block here, or it can end up like at this point just before the hole, or it can actually go in the hole. So that's sort of the primary route. Now there is also a tertiary route on this course, I should say on this one hole, and that is this pressure plate right here. So if I stand on this, and if the item is on this actually, if I can get it to stop on this, which is the hard part here. So yeah, if you're standing on this, or if there's an item on this like so, you'll see that it opens up a trapdoor. And this is actually the third route of this course, the secret third route right here. So you have to actually get the pearl, or not the pearl, the ball, or your item rather, to stop on the pressure plate, which is kind of challenging. Because, yeah, it's all ice. You actually have to, like, aim, like, somewhere, like, here or so, maybe? That might be too far. Actually, that's going to be too far. Yeah, so it's off that device. It's off the pressure plate, so we can't we can't use the secret route at all, actually. So this is sort of like an all or nothing thing. Let's try again. Maybe right there we'll get it. Go! Okay, stop. Stop. Yes, okay, we got it. So, yeah, that's what you need to do to land on this. And then, it's a very risky play anyway, even if you hit this block, because you actually have to not only get the distance right, you also have to get the height right here, because there's a trapdoor. So if I do like this, there we go, okay, got it through there. Fantastic, so it comes now up this water stream. After a little bit of time, I think. Yeah, here it comes. And it comes out and goes over, and it might make it into the hole. Yep, made it into the hole. And then pops out here. And it's in the hole. So you can get a 2 going that special route, but the shot here is actually quite tricky. Like if I try it, let's try it again here. Nope. So yeah, see, if you miss it, then you're pretty much done. You can't go that way, so you essentially just wasted a shot. So it's sort of a risk-reward type thing. It is quite tough to make it in, because, yeah, it is like you have to get it right in the height value as well. But you can make it in. There we go. So, yeah, we made 1 out of 3 there, basically. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But if you do take the risk, it sometimes pays off, and then it can occasionally go into this hole right here. I think most times it actually does. Yeah, most times it actually does, and then it gets randomized again here, and it stopped right there. So, yeah, kind of a cool thing to have 3 different routes on a single hole. I actually spent a really long time figuring out how it would work and everything, but yeah, I think it works pretty well. So, guys, since there's a couple different routes here, I want to play each side right now for you guys, just so you guys can get the full experience here. And yeah, I've tested this out pretty extensively, and you can get a score between 2 and 8 on this hole pretty easily. Like, it just depends, you know, how much risk you're willing to take, and if you want to play it safe, or if you want to risk it all but potentially be rewarded greatly. So yeah, let's go ahead and play through each one of these scenarios here. I'm going to start off on this side. So I think I'm going to try and thread the needle right here between this hazard and this side over here. So I'm just going to go like there or so. And okay, I made it through the hazard here, but didn't quite make it as far as you can here. You can make it all the way down to that block. And you can also use the water stream if you're really daring to sort of boost yourself over this way. And I think you might actually, if you got really lucky, you might be able to actually make the water column there, but in one shot. But yeah, if you don't make it, you get kicked out back here. Anyway, let's keep going. We'll just toss it over this hazard, and hopefully it slides into the water stream there. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. And it should rise up here. And then we get kicked out right there. Very nice. Okay. So we ended up right there. Very good. Okay, so let's throw it in here. There we go. Up we go. And then at this point, you usually have some variety here. Looks like this time we got unlucky, so we don't have a very good shot unless we can throw it over this hazard. We can also go around, and we can also try and make it into this water stream in the hopes it goes into that water stream. So we have a lot of different options in this shot right here. I'm going to try and go over. Yeah, all right, sweet. Made it in. It should come out over here. And stopped short of the hole here, so we'll just pick it up here and toss it in. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one. So that's that first route. Now let's try the default route for this side. So we'll go straight here. Straight down here. I want to aim it a little bit to the left as well. So we'll do like that. There we go. Got a little boost over to the side. Okay. Now I'm going to wait for this water stream here. Or we could just go for it right now, like just throwing it this way. I'm going to wait for this one, hopefully. Come on, guy. There we go. Okay. I'm throwing it. There we go. Oh, I hit the side. I hit the side, and then I got stopped right here by the hazard. Dang it. Okay. So let's try and make this now. We'll throw it over here. There we go. In it goes. Very nice. Okay, now we got to go up this way. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, we did not quite get lucky enough to have it go in the hole here. We're over on this side. So now we just toss this in here. There we go. And that's not going to make it quite in. So, come to right here and toss it in. There we go. So that was, let's see, we had one to here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had another 5 right there. So yeah, those two sides are basically equivalent, but then this one is where it gets a little bit interesting. You can really risk it all and try and land on that pressure plate. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. That's might not make it. Maybe it will. Yeah, okay, it did. Fantastic. So it has to come to rest on the pressure plate for you to actually stand on it. And then you only get one shot at this. I'm going to try like there. Yes, I made it. Okay, so up it goes. And then you have to wait a little bit for it and hope it goes in here. Here it comes. And yes, okay, it made it. And it comes out here. And this one takes a little bit of time, but eventually comes out and didn't quite make it in. So we got 1, 2, and this will be 3. So 3 right there. So yeah, the risk paid off for it. So I'm feeling pretty good. We got a 5 on this side. We got a 5 on this side. And the secret route, the high risk route, we got a 3 on that one. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun to play this hole. And yeah, a lot of different varieties and a lot of different possible scores you can get with this hole here. So with that, guys, I think that will be it for me today. Also, I just want to say to all of you out there, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. In case you guys are going and visiting family and friends for the holidays. Hopefully, wherever you are happy and healthy. And thank you guys for supporting me and continuing to support my videos. I really do appreciate it a lot. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for me today. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to those of you guys who have followed the channel this year. And I will see you guys coming up probably sometime after Christmas. So with that, guys, thanks once again for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.